Let a few of y'all roll in the room real quick. Stroll all in, stroll on in. Hopefully y'all are having a beautiful, blessed day thus far. Ooh. What in the world are y'all up there slamming? Jesus Christ, these neighbors are crazy. Oh, okay. Make this quick. Okay, I probably should have that set up before we started, but hey, we're here now. So let me turn on the light in the kitchen. Okay. So what's up, you guys? It's your girl Euphoria tapping in. Today is the 13th, 12th. Don't ask me. I'm just here enjoying the time we have to spend today to spend. Why can't I talk? I'm just enjoying the time we have today here to spend. All right, so let's go ahead and get into today's word of the day. So today's word of the day, we're going to talk about quantum physics. Quantum physics? What do you mean quantum physics? Well, the idea or knowing, what's up, love? The idea or knowing that we have multiple dimensions that exist at the same exact time, parallel to each other, but do not coincide. If they do coincide, can cause a time-lapse rupture, which causes things like, now I'm starting to believe that's where the natural world disasters and stuff come from. That's my belief at this point in time in my journey. I believe that when we intersect different timelines that are parallel, that's when we have these world destructive or world disasters. For instance, I don't know who watched Spider-Man Into the Metaverse, but like how all the Spider-Mans had to meet up together, and then there was like this big old thing that like when they did like this big old electric bolt certain blew up and all this other different stuff, right? So there's all these different Spider-Mans from all these different universes, right, that coincide. You don't sound black. Were you raised by white people? I was raised in Montgomery County. I mean, what does black sound like? I'm supposed to be talking like, so, I don't know if y'all watched the Spider-Man movie or whatever, but yeah. Like, what does black sound like? What are you saying? You sound really ignorant. But anyway, I'm not going to judge you for what your perception of a specific group of people should be. Anyway, so when we have different timelines that coincide with each other but are not supposed to overlap, we have things that happen like explosions, car accidents, freak of nature weather, stuff like that when it comes to quantum physics. And the beauty is that people are starting to accept quantum physics more because people are starting to understand science, right, and spirituality. And quantum physics is pretty much just science and spirituality put together in one conundrum, right? Grand Rising. So basically, when you put science with spirituality, you get quantum physics. Because quantum physics explains why there's different portals and swirls and things. Like different people's minds are portals. So you'll be sitting here chilling with these people, but then you get around these people and you just start getting real dizzy and sleepy. You don't understand why. It's because you're being sucked into somebody else's timeline, aka portal, right? Because again, they're parallel dimensions that coexist at the same time, but they're not supposed to overlap, because the Spider-Man in this universe is not supposed to be the Spider-Man in this universe, because it's going to cause one of them to have to either die or start over, which is what the problem usually always is with these situations, right? So, with that being said, I'm blessed to exist in a dimension where my Spider-Man is a young guy. But I feel like there's other Spider-Men that are now coming into this paradigm that I guess they all want to trade spaces with each other. I don't know. It's an amazing conundrum to be able to witness, I say, nonetheless. But without further ado, we're going to discuss it. So, are any of you guys familiar with quantum physics by chance? Like, has anyone here studied quantum physics at all? Whoa. No, not really. That's crazy. I would expect it, like, somebody to have been in quantum. No, but let me know something about it. Okay, so for me, quantum physics is like, for instance, Newton's first law, velocity. Oh no, that's Newton's second law, velocity. Speed times direction equal. Is somebody yelling? Hold on. Huh? What? No, but let me know something. Put us on. So, okay. Newton's second law is like direction times speed equals velocity. So when you put that mathematical equation together, you get like a like velocity, right? Quantum physics is all of these different mathematical problems mixed with science put together to explain spirit. Because when you understand what spirituality is, like people say the swirl. So you'll see people put a lot of the no OnlyFans over here. Why the fuck do y'all keep saying that? Stop that shit. So people will have the swirl, right? So some people have the swirl. Because different people think in different ways. Okay, so let's go back to Thoth. Thoth is an Egyptian god, so to speak, right? And everything that Thoth taught is actually what Masonry is. So if you understand, if you've ever, has anyone here ever read the Emerald Tablets by chance? Probably not. I'm not going to, I'm not going to assume, but if you have, then you understand. Thoth was the god that was about knowledge and wisdom, right? He was all about knowledge and wisdom. So everything that Thoth taught for ancient Egypt is what we learn in Masonry about the triangles, the angles, and things of that sort, right? But the awesome part about that is when it comes to Masonry, oh no, I'm sorry, excuse me. When it comes to Thoth teaches you if you want to move through space and time, instead of moving in angles like everyone else who's a Mason, you must move in swirls and abstract shapes and squiggles and swirls in order to get through space. Because if you move in angles, you will surely be caught. Always. If you move like them, if you move in the Kabbalion tree of life kind of idea, the triangles and all of that, like, triangles from the top of the head to the shoulders, all of that, like ancient Egypt and other pyramids and stuff, if you move like that, only you will be caught, because they have mastered that. That was the original, that was the blueprint. You had to break the blueprint, which is getting out of alignment, or getting out of, because if you're in alignment with everything around you, then you're able to be what? Checked in a game of chess. But if you're out of alignment with everything around you, you're able to move in a more lucid, like lucid dreaming wave, right? And that's what they didn't want. That's what they do not want. So, when it comes to quantum physics, it is the explanation of how to move around without being caught in spirit, to have freedom on Earth. But everyone wants to say that quantum physics is crazy, it's delusional, it's woo-woo, it's all this bullshit, but really it's actually how we actually get the fuck around. Otherwise we'd be somewhere choked up. I like her mustache and deep voice. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you do. Your mama. Okay. Anyway. Don't judge me, judge your mother, as I always say. All right. Um, yeah. So, nonetheless, when it comes to quantum physics for me, what do I see in a lot of people? I see a lot of spirals. I see a lot of swirls. And I see a lot of people finally adopting this knowledge. I feel like one of my life goals was to come here and teach people how to move in that fashion, but also learn, be a student, right? Become a student. Y'all remember to always keep a cigarette. I feel like the school system is a form of free missionary, because when you graduate, you get a degree, and they push Greek mythology so hard in college. Whoa. I agree. The school system was definitely curated in order to keep you inside of the spectrum where you can be, watch. Because if you learn what they learn, or if they start to see that you're paying attention to the patterns that they're teaching you, and even superseding them, they're going to start putting you in these gifted and talented programs. Now, back in the day, there was a gifted and talented program that most kids went to, and they asked you to drink that pink juice. Do anybody remember that? Anyone remember going to school and drinking that pink juice back in the day? Anybody here? Where you was in the gifted and talented program, and they said, okay, well, now that you're in this program, drink this pink stuff. And it kind of had like a minty chocolate, like chalky taste to it. Yeah, that shit had fluoride in it. That shit had fluoride in it because fluoride helps calcify the pineal gland. They didn't want young people to have their pineal gland active. And even in this day and age, I got neighbors. It's like, bro, if my pineal gland is activated and my third eye is open, why are you stopping me from having freedom to be myself? Right? People always want to start trying to tell, oh, well, my belief system says this, and I've been doing this for 30 years, so you got to do it like me. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck out the way and get off the road, just because you drove a Ford has been the main car dealer in America since the beginning of time. They was making horse buggies. Just because you rode a horse buggy first, does that mean that we all got to ride on horse buggies for eternity? No. You can move out the way and let somebody else try something brand new. Now, have in mind, there is also this idea that people are doing a lot of AI stuff. So AI says that because their computers are running so hot, because they have these massive plants where they create things and do things with AI, right? Since your computers run so hot, they come to other neighborhoods and towns and come take up their water source. And they use the water that we could be drinking to help cool down their machines. In spirituality, what does that look like? Siphoning a lot of sexual energy to make it go over here, where the people who are losing the energy are paying higher rates to lose energy, and the people who are gaining it are simply just gaining and getting free labor, essentially, or free energy. Meanwhile, telling everyone else that, oh, you gotta pay a higher electric bill because you're getting clean energy. Okay? So what does this have to do with quantum physics? Well, when you understand quantum physics, you're able to hop out of these data centers. Exactly, the data centers. You're able to get out of the data center when you understand the quantum physics. I know someone who works in the data center, and she tried to come to my neighborhood and come find out all my resources so she could plug in and have access. She's like, oh yeah, my brother lives in the neighborhood next door to you, and his wife, my sister, and my aunt. Like, she just tried to plug me into her whole entire data center. Or essentially, a data center can also represent a neighborhood or a family, right? And they have geometric structures. Again, the Kabbalion system is usually what everybody's using. Now, they can use it either in the 3D form or the 2D form, right? So, in 2D form, it's just a flat line. It's just like, imagine, say it's 3 houses in a row, right? And the person that's on the top of the chain, they come down like this on a house in front of it. And the house next to it comes down on the next house like this. And it keeps going down like that, right? That's in 2D form. But when you make it 3D, you give it the potential to go up and under the ground, right? So it doesn't have to be tall up towards the sky, but it can get lengthy, but it can also go north, south, east, and west, not just west and east. Does that make sense to y'all? Them doorknobs be piping hot during house fires. How we supposed to leave? You want the secret? You can't use your arms. You gotta use your mind. It's all about your mind at that point. It's all about your mind. when you start to realize that everything is a quantum physics situation that's really trapped inside your mind. Like the fact that we even pay bills is something that's mental. Let me break something down for y'all. I haven't paid rent in over 2 years. I live rent free in most people's heads. Why? Because I understand my authority as an individual sovereign being. So I'm not gonna be sitting here paying rent to be living up in nobody's head when somebody needs me to live in their head. You understand? If you understand how needed you are as an individual, you stop having to pay for things. Does that make sense? When us as Americans start to take back our authority to our government, and I'm not saying overthrow the government, no. But the Constitution says that if the government isn't serving the people, that we have the right to check the government and question the government and go against it so that we can make sure that our government is serving us. That's literally in the Constitution, which I have right here, word for word, verbatim, and it does match up with the one down in the archives in DC. I actually used to work next to the archives building. I worked in the National American History Museum and the Natural American History Museum and the African American Museum and the Freer Sackler and the Arthur Freer Sackler is the one, which is the quad, and it's 4 museums that are all underground. You have to go down a really long escalator to go underground to be in those museums. And that's where I was at. I was literally underground my first job doing security. Like hundreds of feet underneath the dirt all day being a security guard. So yeah, there's that. But anywho, I worked in all the museums down there for the most part. I worked in the Hirshhorn as well, which is a cylinder that goes up and it spirals upward. It's a complete circle and it goes up like a ramp. So all these museums are also created in these geometrical shapes that I'm talking about when it comes to quantum physics. These are all things that are also down on what? The National Mall, which is where the what is? The Memorial, the Capitol, Lincoln Memorial, the Monument. I mean, when I said the Memorial the first time, I meant the Monument. So all these things are down there, and they're all what? Geometrical shapes that also shape in what? A pentagram shape, which is seen in what? The Kabbalion system, the Tree of Life, especially when it comes to Eastern stars and stuff like that, right? Well, these stuff we're not supposed to be talking about on the internet pre-game, but this stuff is all like, I don't see how people miss this shit. It's literally like all over the place. It's like everywhere. At this point, I don't know how people are acting like it's so. It's top secret knowledge. Only for the elite. Like, bro, this shit is Googleable. But anywho, I think money is water, riverbank, water current, and we keep our money in the bank and it's the currency. The government does work for us. Our taxes pay their salary. So they work for us. If we were all today, like if everyone in America today said, let me take my W-4 and become tax exempt for the rest of the year, there would be no money for them to have a salary. You have the ability to file tax exempt at any given time that you want. You can say, I'm not filing taxes. I'm tax exempt for the rest of the year. So then they no longer have a salary. And Elon Musk did also find out what? Elon Musk also did find out that we were sending thousands and thousands of dollars to other countries for people to get sex changes, to help support transgender communities. And what do you think those transgender people are doing with that money and that ability? They're coming over here and tricking people and then doing the wrong shit on Roblox, fucking around with the children on the internet. Yes, speed is also in Africa because Africa was able to create their own internet platform that Americans don't have access to. So they have a whole nother form of spirituality that they are processing on that we don't even have access to. They've figured out some way to connect their minds that they don't want us to have access to. Make sense? There's no law that says individuals have to pay taxes. Exactly. There's nothing that says you have to pay taxes. They'll say it, oh, if you don't pay taxes, then we're going to fine you. To scare you, of course, obviously. But there's nothing that says you have to pay taxes now. Nowhere in any book does it say an American must pay taxes. Meaning also when it comes to taxes, think about your energy, because energy is currency, because the current of the energy goes through things. And water is a very good conductor of currency, right? That's why water and electricity go hand in hand. Right? You'll see a power plant where water is going through the wheel. And then that wheel turning is what's making electricity, things of the sort. So all these things go hand in hand, but energy and natural existence go hand in hand. It's when we try to take these natural things and monetize them that make things difficult in America. See, again, if we took back our authority, our power, and our smarts and everything and our wisdom, there would be no ability for these people to do the things that they do to us. Now, I'm not saying that I got a problem with there being some important individuals here and there and, you know, people shining for all the work that they've put in the world, right? But I'm not cool with the government system treating us like shit when we're paying their salary. Does that make sense? We're literally paying their salary, but somehow they got the right to treat us like shit. That doesn't make sense. Here we got one living off the system, Social Security, Medicaid, bitching anything. Did us black people who suffered for 400 years in slavery get our 40 acres and a mule? David? Did we get our 40 acres and a mule? So yeah, I think every person who's taken advantage of being on any kind of social services from the government is actually finally getting back their 40 acres and a mule that we never got the chance to get. So I'm sorry, David, that offends you. That some people are smart enough to figure out how to get their 40 acres and a mule. But then also realize, hold on, we built this motherfucker. The economy that gives you the ability to even be on this internet right now was built off of my ancestors' blood and sweat. Meaning, if we didn't build the economy and make sure that we could sell tobacco and cotton and all that, there'd be no economy in America. Everybody would still be bartering. There'd be no money. There'd be no trading bodies for money. You understand? So yeah, people who are smart enough to see past that illusion are finally starting to be like, hold on, bro. If we all just didn't have to pay rent and we didn't have to pay electric bills and everything just functioned normally as it did and people just went to work and they weren't really worried about the money and people wouldn't get jobs that they hated. If I didn't have to worry about money, I wouldn't work a job that I hated. I would work a job that makes me happy. Right? The issue is America made us focus on the money instead of focus on the happiness. So the issue is, if I didn't have to focus on the money, I'd probably get a job for me. What do I like to do? I like to talk my shit all day and just point out connections and make people remember, like, did you forget that you were a king, like a queen, like ancient history still repeating itself. Why are you acting like a peasant? Like, get your ass up off the floor. You don't have to owe these people no ass crack or no coochie. Just because somebody drive past you and they flirting with you and you feel a vibe in your pussy, don't mean you got to do it. You have the right to say no. It's your coochie. It's your body. It's your autonomy. You don't have to invest your energy in anything that doesn't benefit you. In America, they make us think everyone must pay this forward. Everyone must pay taxes. Must be taxed, hexed, taxed for energy because that's what makes the world go around. No, you have the right to say, I'm not giving no energy to this. I'm not coming to this event. And because you're not at the event, your energy shouldn't be attached to it at all because I don't support this shit. If we didn't have money, we wouldn't have the need for a government because everybody would just be like, oh, you got some shoes? You know how to make shoes? Oh, I need some shoes. Well, what you got? I got corn. You need some corn? Yeah, I got some corn. Shit. Hey, motherfucker, I got some rice too while we at it. Matter of fact, yeah. What else you need? I'm growing some plantains over here. You need your hair done? Like, well, I want my hair done, but I only got bread. I make bread fresh. Yeah, we don't have a government actually. What we have is ourselves projecting ideas onto each other. And we believe it's the government because it gives us a person to blame outside of ourselves for the way that America has spiraled down into this disgusting ass behavior that we're perpetrating all the time. We can blame someone else outside of ourselves. We don't have to take accountability for the fact that, well, my white ancestors did take your black ancestors and put them in a damn chain and rape them and hang them from trees and skin them alive and burn them alive and cut their private parts off. My ancestors did do that, and I'm ashamed of that. And I now today want to do better because I can't believe that somebody would do something like that to a human because I could only imagine what I would feel like if my child got kidnapped and hung in a tree. My gosh. And then the economy that benefits me, that I get to treat you like shit in, is only built off of the fact that we were able to do that to you guys for 400 years? Like what? There's no burnt food. I don't know what you're talking about. So, and then black people, it was more of us. If Nat, look, I see something named Nat Turner. If Nat Turner was able to get a whole entire group of slaves to overturn a slave master at his house and win that Revolutionary War before they took his ass, skinned him alive, ate his flesh, and used his hair to stuff it into seats that still exist to this day that they passed down in their family as heirlooms. Have you mind, these motherfuckers are still sitting on chairs that have our hair in it. These motherfuckers are sitting on chairs in their family that have been handed down in their family generations for years that have our hair in the tree. I mean, in the seats. No, I don't want to work for no motherfucking racist people. Fuck are you talking about? What's the plan of action? The plan of action is, like I told y'all, take y'all W-4s and file tax exempt. That's the first thing. Take away the money that they use to take from us. Because if our money has enough, if Americans are spending enough extra money to send money to India, Nepal, and all these different countries for people to get sex changes, that means we have enough money to fix our issues. That would help us also defund the war, so they'd stop giving money to other countries so they could blow each other up. Because most of these wars that are on other soil is funded by our money. Yeah, we still have handbags made out of black people's skin too. I ain't gonna talk about that time when I seen somebody holding a handbag that had my face on it. I said, bitch, I don't give a fuck where you're from. That's fucking disrespectful. I can't believe you even went for that shit. That shit crazy to me. Like, damn. That's what we doing today? Like, for real? Just not care? Don't even give a damn. No, honey. Y'all actually do owe us. When y'all promised us our 40 acres and a mule and you didn't give it to us, you owe us. If I promise you I'm going to suck your dick at the end of the day and I'm your wife, as long as you do A, B, and C, X, Y, Z, I owe you that shit at the end of the day because that's what I said I was going to do. Y'all be weird. Y'all people who defend the government are weird. Y'all must benefit from it. But the thing is, patriarchy doesn't exist in any other country but the U.S. That's why I find it so funny, because it's like nowhere else benefits from patriarchy. No animal kingdom in nature benefits from patriarchy. Lions don't even practice patriarchy. Lions allow the woman to run everything. The woman teaches the kid how to hunt. The woman teaches the kid how to fight. The women take the kids out to go hunting. And look, they go hunting and the women will go out there eating everything, right? And if the son ever should step over his mother's neck to hunt more than her, she will fuck her son up expeditiously. So men are taught in all other formats, in every other culture, to be submissive to the woman because we, in fact, hold the frequency in our womb. We gotta carry all y'all motherfuckers in our kangaroo pouch all day. So when y'all outside doing stupid shit and we gotta carry that shit in the kangaroo pouch all day, that shit is stressful. Stomach be hurt like a bitch. You sitting here like, oh my God, my whole entire uterus feels like it's about to fall out because you want to be irresponsible. So in every other, even in plant kingdoms, last time I checked, when it comes to weed, don't you smoke the female? You smoke the female. You don't smoke the male weed. The male weed is just there to fertilize the female, but everyone smokes the female. So if women are the energy that needs to be spread wide and thin, and we are the thing that's being smoked essentially out here, why the fuck are we being treated like shit? Oh, because if you treat us like shit, we don't know our value, then you have the ability to keep on doing the same shit to us over and over again. Let's talk about it. So you want to come onto my live and tell me that I ain't shit? Or tell me that I'm a druggie? I don't even smoke weed. I don't even drink wine. The male portion of the weed plant is what I'm talking about. Yeah, the male portion. But see, nowadays it's so fucked up. This how fucked up. And again, this is exactly why you got to pay attention to how everything is mirroring each other. You see how excuse me, you see how we're taking our American dollars and we're giving them to other countries so they can get transgender changes? So you could be in a relationship with a transgender woman, or transgender people could attack your kids on the internet through Roblox and all these other weird ass things they got them doing aside from actually playing sports and being in each other's face physically in real life. Just like they doing that to people in other countries to trick Americans out of decency. They took the weed plant and made hybrids. So now the plant is fucking itself. They don't even need, because usually you have to keep the males separate from the females so that they can actually know that they're not the same thing and they can actually want to fertilize each other. They get attracted to each other by being away from each other. That's how nature works. You get more attracted to a person by taking time away from them. When you're not getting the same consistency from someone, you actually miss them, which creates attraction. This is why you're supposed to be away from your partner and not having sexual relationships with other people, because you lose that urge and that want for a person. You become overstimulated, and then it becomes a boring chore to do to pleasure your partner. But when you're away from people, this is why when it comes to dating, dating should be done in separate homes. You should not be living together when you're still dating. You should be moving together until you're married. Because just like the plant, weed, when you put them together, you make hybrids. Everybody tells them, we got that za. That shit is fucking weird ass, genetically altered weed plants. That's why these motherfucking boys is out here acting like bitches. Men is turning into females and becoming bottoms and becoming bases and shit because they're smoking weed that is fucking a hermaphrodite. So what happens? You are what you eat and what you smoke from your head to your feet. If you smoking and eating hermaphrodite shit and genetically modified shit, what the fuck do you think is gonna happen to you? You start questioning your sexuality and everything else. Look at me. Y'all think I'm a transgender male. I've been liking girls since I was a kid because I was around people who were doing that shit. But see how, the androgyny, I'm not pointing the finger at nobody. I'm taking accountability for it too. But this is what's going on in the world. They're trying to create this androgyny because guess what that means? We're not reproducing and making kids. And guess who's still trying to make kids? And the people who are paying thousands of dollars for people to be surrogates. You know you can get paid $70,000. Get paid $70,000 just to carry a white person's baby, or a rich person. Let's not make it about race, right? Because it's all about classism. It's not just about racism. It's about classism. Classism, which financial class you are in. So I can get paid $70,000 to carry somebody's baby because they're so infertile, but they're so desperate to have a baby that they'll pay me $70,000 just to carry their baby in my body. That's how fucked up the reproductive system is in America. Now, I don't know if you guys watched the Handmaid's Tale show, right? But they had the women it was only like a few women in the whole entire town that were still fertile. Everybody else was unfertile. They was hanging witches. They was hanging men. And what the handmaids was, a man and a woman were wives, right? But they couldn't have kids anymore or they were starting to die out. So they would hire a handmaid, which would walk around with a red dress with a white thing on her head, a big ass collar to show that she was, somebody else's, right? And they would act like they're having sex with each other, but they would put her in between them. So they'd be moaning and shit, looking at each other, but the man would be putting his penis in somebody else. The handmaid. Hoping to get her pregnant so that they could have a baby. So the baby wouldn't even be the ladies, the wives, but they wanted to have a baby so bad that they would allow the man to fuck somebody else to have a kid because they were no longer fertile. That's what's going on in America. In real time. All these shows that we be watching, we be thinking, that's just bullshit malarkey. That's just a TV show. That is the fucking shit that is going on in America because we've done so much chemical damage to our bodies by eating processed foods, not growing our own foods, trusting McDonald's to feed us, trusting fucking Burger King and all these other weird ass places they got chemicals in their food to feed us. Meanwhile, our fucking sperm count is going down. Our ovaries is getting calcified on the inside. Our fallopian tubes are getting fucking calcified on the inside. And we wonder why we can't have babies no more. Meanwhile, they paying people $70,000 just to carry around a baby. Can y'all see the climate of how we fucked ourselves up royally? But everywhere where they growing their own food at, they popping their coochie. The women in Africa is walking around with a lapa. You know what a lapa is? A piece of fabric that you tie around yourself and it look like a dress. And the men tied around their waist. Ain't nobody wearing no goddamn drawers. Everybody walking around, coochie breathing, nuts breathing and hanging. Because see, we wear underwear for men, right? Men wear briefs. It keeps your nuts too close to your body, which overheats your sperm, which makes them less effective. Your nuts are supposed to hang at a certain level from your body so that you're fertile. That's why a lot of white men especially are infertile, because they like to wear tighty whities because it makes their dick bulge look bigger when they have on their slacks. Their European pants, when they have the tighty whities there, it balls it all up so it sticks out, and it makes you focus on their dick, so then they're able to siphon your sexual energy. It's a whole entire tactic, but it's actually what's making them infertile. We're so unnatural in America that we don't realize we're the reason why we're dying. We're so fucking lost. And then when people like me come around, I'm spiritual and natural. I like to barely shave my cootie cat unless I'm getting a wax. I want to barely wear drawers unless I gotta go outside and it's super. I barely shave my legs. I really just embody what it means. I don't eat meat because I don't have to, because we forget that at one point in history, humans were not eating meat. We didn't start eating meat until they were able to finally kill a woolly mammoth, or they found one dead on the side of the road, and they're like, oh shoot, well, we're hungry. Let's see what happens if we eat this. Some people got sick. Some people started, I don't know how they made the fire, but eventually they heated it up and ate it. But there was a point where humans were only vegetarians. I know this because why? I worked in the museum. I looked at the facts. People were only eating vegetables, and people, oh shit, sorry y'all. I usually can flip that. I'm talking too much today. But people usually eat, they will only eat vegetables, and that's why their guts will bulge a lot, because the vegetables and plants take a longer time to digest. So you get hungry less when you eat more vegetables, right? That's why people weren't eating like pigs and cows back in the day. That's why people were able to travel on foot and walk for longer distances, because they were eating plants and things that were green and alive. The things that they were eating also use the sun to stay alive, right? So I'm eating things that also rely on the sun, which is the source of life, to live. So I'm eating live plants, I'm eating live things, and these live things have a lot of fiber to them, so I'm staying full longer. And with me staying full longer, I don't have to hunt so much, so I'm not wasting as much energy, and I'm able to use my energy to do whatever I need to do, which at the time was migrate, move around, and look for more food. There was never a point in history where people was originally eating meat from the beginning. We learned to eat meat. We learned to be omnivores. Understood? So when we learn to be omnivores, right, we started eating shit that we had no business eating, and then we started getting sick. Because you had no business eating something. If this thing is eating dead shit, and maybe even its own shit, and then you eating it, what you think that's going to do to your body? Now let's think about it like this. Let's think about sex. If you fucking a motherfucker that's fucking niggas that don't do shit with themselves, they stupid as fuck, all they do is smoke and drink all fucking day. They don't want to start no business. Now, some people smoke and drink and have really successful businesses. But some people just smoking and drinking, fucking around. They look like unks. They talking all kinds of ebonics, all kinds of ridiculousness. And you sitting there exchanging your sexual energy with them and taking sexual energy from them. And that's what you're taking back home to feed the family. You're not taking people who are reading books, staying intelligent, college graduated. Not that college really matters, but just people who want higher knowledge, higher wisdom. They want to be, the wizards and witches of themselves. They want to be able to manifest with energy and intelligence and abundance. And I'm not pointing a finger at anybody, because I too used to hang out with people who smoked and drank all day. I too used to smoke and drink all day. I had my phase. I'm 32. I'm past it. But the point is, if you're exchanging energy with those kind of people all day, and they're simply just giving out their sexual energy to everybody else, and they're relying on you to bring the vibe, then how the fuck you think, if your energy is your money, wouldn't your money end up being kind of low because you spending your money on people who just spending their money freely? They not being selfish with their energy. They just letting everybody just roll up in the castle and roll around like a rotisserie chicken, as my sister would say. Don't you think it would be important to keep Some of you, again, let's think about this in water, because water is currency, water is flow. The bank has a currency, the current in the water, the current in electricity. Electricity, it's electric. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so wouldn't it make sense to kind of have some kind of cutoffs in certain areas? Like, okay, I can't invest in this because this is draining because it is connected to A, B, and C, X, Y, Z. I don't want to be connected to that because that's just not, it doesn't mirror my lifestyle. That's not the lifestyle I want to eventually live, right? You gotta start looking at friendships and relationships like that. Like, I love people that I knew from back in the day, right? But a lot of them started just fucking off. And I got away from them, and that's when my business was successful. It wasn't until people who drank and smoked all day moved into my apartment, they start trying to be in my energy all the time. I'm starting to get sleepier, more lazy. And these were my neighbors at the time. I'm just like, they always slamming their door, trying to get attention from me, always yelling, cackling, cracking up. I just started, they smoked too much, and I didn't smoke at all. So I just started getting more and more lazy, like more and more tired. So my clients will be coming, and I'll be waking up 15 minutes right before my client come. I'm just always drained, and I'm sleepy. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, even in this apartment, I wake up and I'm wide awake. But then as soon as a certain other person wake up because of how they move and how their energy is and how they operate, I'm getting tired, I'm getting drained. My fucking eyeballs is closing. I'm going back to sleep. Like, I woke up. That's why it's good when you get up to just get up and get up out the bed. Like, just get up and start walking around. That's why I like to just, when I get up, I'm up. I don't want to lay back down because then I'm going to get sleepy because everybody who is up is going to be trying to do what? Look for energy. And you don't know what their spiritual gifts are. They might be able to see through walls. They coming up, and especially they know a certain hot spot is always lit. They won't come to the same spot, expecting to get their fix. And if you just so happen to be in that spot, what you think that make you a target? Now, some people might try to run it like a business. Well, all right, bro, we got this in here. Come on, bro, we got this, we got this. And that shit's fucked up. I'd be damned if I be somebody's drug and not be compensated for it. But I'd be damned. But that's how pimps move, right? Energetic pimps, spiritual pimps. So a lot of these times when you see these spiritual leaders and spiritual advocators on the internet, when you see all those people on the internet, a lot of them are just energy vampires trying to lure you into their organization so you could feed the people that's already eating off of them. Oh, it'll feel good at first, but then eventually you'll wake up and be like, God damn it, not again. I've been through so many different spiritual groups, friend groups, white, black, this association, that, it's all the same shit. It's all a fucking freak off at 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody trying to share energy and link up. Which, again, energy is money. Sexual energy is currency. Okay? So, what are we doing? We're going to learn how to do what? No, I'm just in a house right now with people who are sexualized. I mean, I don't really care too much to do the sexual thing at all. But, you know, I'm in the house with somebody right now. I'm in my home. I'm chilling in my home. So I don't really want to be sexual with you at all. I actually prefer not to. But I'm in a house with other people who are sexual. That's their first line of language. Because again, when you come out of your mom's womb, I will admit this, right? That's why it's natural to be sensual, but not sexual. When you first come out your mom's womb, when I first had my son, they do skin-to-skin contact. A vibration is made because a lot of times when you have a natural birth, you have to go into an orgasm in order to have a natural birth without actually feeling pain. Because that ring of fire, when your vagina stretches this big and the head comes out, you have to actually, a lot of women will be pressing on their clitoris and rubbing it to help them get their baby out. Or you'll see a dog when they're pushing their babies out, they're licking. Because that pleasure is making it easier to endure the pain that is associated with the childbirth. That makes sense? That's not even crispy enough. So when you breastfeed a kid, naturally you'll feel your womb tighten up and your nipple will give you a sensation that'll feel sexual, but you'll know it's not sexual because you in fact understand that this is your kid. But you and your kid bond on that frequency because sexual energy is creative energy. That's why you got to learn to only invest your sexual energy in people who are actually building with you and the people who are going to be around you for your journey. You can't just be doing that shit with everybody. Because you got to think about what you're exposing your kids to, the rest of the family. And of course, the more the merrier. But again, not everybody's energy is clean. It's just like, imagine you could get some bacon off the side of the road. You get some bacon from an elite farm that only feeds their pigs grass. And they don't feed them shit. I'm glad it makes sense to somebody. It's just, you got to make sure that your energy, because you don't share your bank account with everybody. You don't let everybody take money out your bank account. Everybody don't know my PIN code or my passcode to my phone or my bank account is. So I don't want everybody to know the PIN code or the passcode to my vagina, goddammit. The hell, y'all don't need to know shit. Unless y'all investing in me, y'all truly have become my soul tribe and y'all understand me on a level where y'all get what I'm talking about and y'all respect what I'm talking about and y'all gonna assist me in the practice of it. Meaning, if we share energy on this live, you're not gonna go outside and be like, oh, I'm lit right now, my shit lit. So yeah, let's go, woo! Everybody outside, cause who the fuck, you, the crosswalk person and the person at the light could be on two different types of time. And you just out here mixing my energy that you connected with me with all these random ass people. Meanwhile, we supposed to be focusing our energy on trying to make things happen like the W-4s, you know, not paying the taxes this year to start getting our government to listen to us. Because they already overthrew their government in Nepal. The government is asking them people over there, so what do y'all want from us? What do y'all need? What do you want? How do we serve y'all? So if they're able to do it in a third world country where they ain't got much of guns or anything else, why the hell is it over here where we got all this technology and everything else? We can't do it. Get our government to serve us. Because we be lazy. We be knowing how to do stuff and then don't do it. Or we just so ignorant that we just don't do it. Like, oh shit, wait, you mean I just like got rights where it say I ain't even got paid motherfucking taxes. So all these years, my business been getting penalized for not paying taxes the whole time. It's a law that says I ain't got to pay taxes. Yes, motherfucker. Read the goddamn Constitution. Read consumer law. Get in touch with your understanding of the universe. Know that because your energy is needed for you to exist, for other people to exist, and you're relied upon, you don't owe anybody anything. You don't even owe anyone your attention. You have to pay attention. Attention is expensive to pay. So when you understand all these concepts, you start to want to be like myself, to yourself, ducked off. I don't want to be with nobody. I don't want to be around nobody. Don't bring them motherfuckers around me. I don't want to see them. I don't want to know them. No. I don't want them to know my name. I don't want them to have access to my phone number, my accounts, nothing. Because you watering down my vibration. Like, ew. Then everybody gonna come around me be thinking my shit dead. It's like whole time I'm feeding like a tribe of goddamn 20,000 people that I don't even know. And that goes both ways. So it's like, you know, but that's why these people, these couples that be celebrity famous and all that, more power to them, okay? To be on a platform and know that you feeding all these people. I guess that's why most people just say like, fuck it. I'm gonna just be outside. We outside. Because shit, if I keep on trying to fight it, and it's too much work to fight it, so people just cave into it. And now, whichever side of the story you end up on with that situation is your business. But if you still have the ability to have some form of privacy, act upon it. But if you know your constitutional laws and you speak your existence out loud, then you'll know how to clear your energy up so that things cannot attach to you. Like I break and bound all contracts that did not serve my highest good at this time. You know, speaking over yourself. I break and bound all contracts that did not serve my son at this time. You know, just be able to know how to speak over yourself. Pray over yourself. Pray over your family. Because quantum physics says that sound is the most powerful form of manipulation. That's why when someone stomps, you have no choice but to feel the vibration in your chest. That's why people do that shit. That's why my neighbors stomp so much. Because they know the power of sound, vibration. Your words you speak are sounds, are spells. So when you're doing these things like speaking out loud over yourself, make sure you're not saying, I hate my life, I can't stand this piece of shit, oh, this person hates me. No, you gotta start saying, everybody loves me. I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody that come around got love for me. Everywhere I go, there's somebody that's gonna invest in me and love on me. Get the book. What are you talking about? What the fuck? Who quoted Google? I don't even be on Google. Anyway. Here. Here. Yeah. Make a sandwich. Make a sandwich. How much? I will give you one for you. Almost done. Read the Quran and the Torah, you'll see the lies. Like your parents, it's okay. Possibly, but you're a true idiot. Who are y'all talking to? You speaking all facts, goddess. I'm glad one person can see it. Some beings can hear with knowledge through the womb. We are the originals. Yeah. When you know, you know. So it's been about an hour. I would give y'all a reading, but I'm about to sit down and eat my food, so I really could care less. So I want y'all to get up off of me. Mind your business. See, the one thing about this house is I be minding my business. As soon as I wake up my son, the neighbors start stomping. Anybody that sleep in here and I disturb them doing what they want to do, they get mad. They get to get mad. Not everyone. It's him, not you. It's only one God. Why does that fucking matter? At the end of the day, we're all here. Y'all talking so much shit to each other. Meanwhile, all of y'all on this live, all 27 of y'all, if we all could just simply go into a group chat right now, right? And everybody put $25 a week into an account. Do you know how rich we would be at the end of the year? How we could start a business instead of y'all arguing? That's how they use our taxes. That's how knowledgeable I want y'all to be this year. Okay? If all 27 of y'all right now was just like, let me go ahead and take my $25 a week, put it into this account with these 25 people. Shit. By the end of the year, what business could we make that everybody would benefit from? We could start our own bank. We could get a life insurance policy and turn into a bank ourselves. Just randomly start a bank and be banking out here. Like, you know how easy shit is, like, for real, to, like, really make shit? But I just don't know nobody who's ready to put in the work with me. Like, every time I suggest it, they'd be like, shut up, I want to hear what you guys say. But it's like, if y'all just listen to what I said, bruh, niggas would be rich already. Like, you can get a cash value life insurance policy, borrow against it, and use the cash to make the life insurance policy go up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then life insurance becomes the bank. And then you put the life insurance policy inside of a trust between the whole entire family and the group. Like, that's how you really lock in true wealth. But we, as black people, will be getting told, nah, that nigga trying to backstab you because you gotta make sure you stay on business about them. Yeah. As long as you beefing with them, then we can manipulate your energy and you'll never actually work with them to get richer than us, and you gonna believe that they are your enemy. No, motherfuck. No, motherfuck. They want you to hate me because I got the knowledge to help you break away from them being able to take advantage of you. Duh. And that goes both ways. It'd be for me and for the other side, you know? Wait, if that girl teach him how to make his own money, then he gonna have enough money to move the fuck away from us and disappear, get his own land, and then can't nobody use him for his shit. Fuck. Nah, you gotta be for her. Fuck that. We've been using you all these years, using your beautiful energy to do what we want to do. Fuck no, we're not about to let somebody teach you how to be smart in the way that we're smart, in the way that we are already advanced, where you need us. No, we're not gonna let somebody else teach you how to do that so you don't need to be around us no more. Fuck no. Are you crazy? Why would somebody allow that? If they've been using you Like how my family was using me for years before I got kicked out and became homeless. It's because I realized that they were using me, and I said, fuck no, you got me fucked up. So I left. I realized that they were using me, and then even my friend was like, damn, your family, you one of the most beautiful girls in the damn family, and they got you out here homeless? That's fucking crazy. I don't trust your family worth a damn. I love my family, but at the end of the day, it's true. Because they thought they was going to have me out here homeless and so sad that I'd be like, Mom, please let me come back home. I don't know what to do, and I'm out here and it's cold. And I never begged. They started feeling so guilty. They was like, bruh, just come back in the house. Come on, come sleep in the house. Sleep on the couch. You understand what I'm saying? When you have a valuable energy, no matter what state of, it doesn't matter what's going on with you, somebody's going to need you around or want you around because you have something that's valuable. And if you learn how to use what you got to be smart, you won't be able to be used by other people. So people don't be wanting people to get smart and get their own money and get their own credit and get their own stuff and get their own house because, damn, somebody else teach you how to do what I'm already doing, what makes you think that I'm so rich and famous and popular, then you're not going to need me no more. So yeah, I'm going to want you to beef with that motherfucker to the end of time because I need you to rely on me and think that I'm your God, I'm your king, I'm the leader. No. You could be your own fucking leader. You can have your own fucking money, your own business, your own bank today. Like, and I be seeing this in so many people, and it just be so irritating to me because they're like, well, if you know this, why you didn't do it yourself? Because it takes a team to do it. That's why I'm trying to tell you how to. Because I've been seeing this a long time, but my family, every time I bring it to them, I'm like, oh yeah, I got a dude who's gonna make a trading website for us. He knows how to build it. Well, I don't believe in that. So I'm not going to invest in it. I'm like, it's only going to take you $25. Like, well, I don't believe in it. Well, we're family and everybody wants money because you clearly say you need help getting your ceiling fixed in the house. It's leaking. You need help fixing this, help fixing that. You know, you remodeled all the bathrooms. I'm trying to help bring more money in the house that you ain't even got to touch. Like an automated bot making trades all day. And it bets against itself when necessary to make sure the money's still coming in. That's what Warren Buffett and all of them are using. And it makes trades based on Warren Buffett's predictions. So again, why the fuck wouldn't you listen to somebody who has that kind of opportunity? Because if I let you know that your idea is powerful and can make me money, then you feel like you have autonomy and power over me, and that creates it destroys the power dynamic of you believing that I'm the only one that cares about you and loves you and can help you out of a situation. People do shit like that on purpose. And it goes both ways. My mom did it to me. I'm pretty sure I got friends who got friends that do it to them. But when the people who really understand that data sauce, data actual noise, data energy, they're like, hold on, wait, it's us? Everybody's seen it. We got the same story, so let's work together. Then, as you know, dun dun dun. Well, no, if you work with her, yeah, if you gonna die if she wins. No, y'all are behind the scenes working, doing all this other extra shit that ain't got nothing to... I'm sitting here sleeping in the house. This motherfucker over here doing spell work or this motherfucker. How you gonna tell me that it's me and I'm sitting over here trying to clean the energy out? How am I the one that's the problem? You the problem because you the one sending shit down here, minding people's business. When you supposed to be fucking doing your laundry or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So the people in the house be thinking that they each other's enemy. Whole time it's other people behind the scenes pulling strings. It's other people in other neighborhoods. They over there doing their shit. They manipulating. They putting their hands in the pot. They stealing energy while somebody sleep. Somebody not watching the house at all hours of the night. It's just the whole entire... The fact that you even got to be in a neighborhood and have somebody watch over 3 people in the house is ridiculous. That's how fucking terrible and piss poor the morale of America is. Everybody want to scream, we all American, but then I go to sleep at night, I can't even trust that you ain't gonna rape me in my ass while I'm asleep. What the fuck? Whether it is through tantra or actual physical rape. You know what I'm saying? Like, we be our own fucking problem. Then we be thinking that people who really want to help us be the problem. It's like, no, they're not the problem, but people around them are making their energy hard to be in because they see, oh shit, you about to take away the one person. Because again, like I said, the Spider-Verse, it's a different Spider-Man in everybody's reality. If you take all the Spider-Mans and put them on one team, what that mean? They gonna win. They don't want that to happen. You put all the dragons on one team, what's gonna happen? They gonna win. Don't nobody want that to happen. Shit, we had that shit locked in for a little bit, but then, you know, motherfuckers like, gone back home to your mamas. Man, fuck. They fucked up the plan. Shit was working too. We would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Shit, the government was turning over and everything. Motherfucker, look, shit was free. Fucking cell phone towers was going down. People started building bunkers. Shit was lit. Shit was really about to be a whole revolution already. But motherfuckers started investigating, start making connections, start seeing who was parallel to who, start checking dates and going back in time and seeing who was aligned with who, and when this happened, when that happened, and hey, that was connected to that back then, and then that, wait, let's see what happens. Let's test it. Let's watch it. I knew it. It was them two all along. Like, you know, shit like that. It was them. It was those two groups all along. Motherfuckers, we outside now. Everybody know who is what and what is who. Fuck being judged. Either you gonna get judged and stand for something, or you gonna be sitting here getting liked by everybody. Because a friend to everybody is a friend to no one person. America is a friend to everybody. Come to America, be free, start your life. Yes, it'll be amazing. So it just worked for everybody. You fucking lying. You come over here. They got the immigrants watching videos that paint black people to be criminals. Ethiopian people have told me they come over here and they watch a video that teaches them they have to take a test to become a citizen. It's a standardized test they have to take. And they'll show them videos of all the white people looking so happy and so pleasant, so fun and so friendly, but then they'll show the black people mugging people. The black people got ski masks on and shit. They train immigrants to believe that black people ain't shit. So when they immigrating, they already think that we are the criminals. Meanwhile, did y'all forget that we the ones who built America? How the fuck we the criminals when we've been in chains and handcuffs and fucking flogging machines since the beginning of time? My spirit has been trapped in a fucking flogging device that's been shoving down my throat for fucking 5 centuries, and you think I'm the fucking issue here? I'm in a flogging device shoving something down my throat, and you think I'm the problem? Come on now, wake up. If I'm in a device that's making me look like I'm sucking dick all day or it's stabbing me in my throat, how the fuck could I be your enemy if this is what the country did to me? Wake the fuck up. But the immigrants be, the American people, they saw something. They just don't understand. They just want to trap us immigrants. No, we're already trapped. And when you get into our energy, you feel what the fuck we're going through. So you think that we're doing it to you. No, you're just feeling my energy and what I'm going through. I'm not doing anything to you. You're just feeling how I'm being tortured. And because your mind can't conceptualize or have the emotional intelligence to understand and separate the two, because you haven't studied quantum physics or spirituality or science or common fucking sense, you thinking that I'm trying to do something to you the whole time. I'm sitting here trying to get the fuck up out of these goddamn chains that they got me in. Ain't it? I'm trying to figure out how to stop getting stabbed in the throat every damn day. I'm trying to figure out how to stop having this thing stab me in my back and my spine every day. Looping around my whole entire sacrum, tying me down to the ground so I can't float. And you think I'm the enemy? Meanwhile, the white man, yeah, come on, nigga. Suck this dick. Come on, open them cheeks up, spread them wide, yeah. Other black men, yeah, take me through there, take me through there. Where we going, friend? This should be so crazy. I'll be looking at the music and I'll be like, bro, are we serious right now? You're fine. Like Meek Mill said, they pay us more to make music that make us disrespect each other instead of uplift each other, and that's why we be taking these deals. And we still be out here fighting each other. We know that they purposely making music to make us hate each other. Kanye West said it. They make us hate ourselves and love their wealth. That's why shawty's holler where the ball is at. Music is fucking the release. That's why I make music, because I love the fact that music helps me release the fact that I feel trapped in this shit. And the crazy part is, people don't even realize they're not even trapped in shit. It's shit that you're connected to that's connected to other shit that got you feeling like that. That's not even you. That's somebody else you attached to. And we just be so lost in the whole entire thing, like, damn, what the fuck, bro? My mama's looking like, what's going on? Mama, you know what's going on. For the last few generations, they done had us over here as women, bent over like this. Take it, take it, take it. And we think, I'm I'm just showing them what my mama gave me. Shake what your mama gave you. I'm bringing what I got to the table. Girl, if you don't go put some clothes on and go get some decency, have some, as my grandma used to always say, have some couth. Tighten up. Have some couth. I said, Grandma, how you keep your house safe all this time? She said, I got chains on my doors. I got chains on my doors. I ain't got the expensive ones, but I got some chains on my doors. Okay? They be teaching you to tighten up. The ancestors, the women in the family that taught you to put clothes on before you go outside, or don't be at the table. Don't sit at the table with your shirt off, little boy. You tell your little brother to put a shirt on when he comes to the table. All them people, yeah, it's because they understood what the eyes don't understand, what the mind can't comprehend. They knew for centuries. Don't be coming to this table with no shirt on. Don't be walking around the house around your brothers with no pants on. Put your clothes on. Because they knew long ago, years ago. But no, we they just hating on me. You finished cleaning them eggs up? No, I didn't. I don't eat eggs. I did eat eggs in my noodles yesterday though. Oh my god, it was so bomb. Y'all, I made some noodles and I made them like, ooh, I chefed some shit up yesterday. I made some noodles and I had the little soy sauce package or whatever, and I put this mushroom chili stuff in it, and I put some scrambled eggs in it, and a little bit of garlic salt, with a little bit of cayenne pepper. That shit was so fucking good. Child, all I needed was some sausages, but I don't eat meat, so I would have some mushrooms for myself personally. That shit was so good. I'm about to make them again right now, actually. I ain't got the same noodles though. I only got regular noodles. But I think I could still slice it up. You know me. Make a way. Mrs. Make It Happen. But yeah, I don't know, man. It just, we don't realize we be attached to motherfuckers that ain't shit. That's all. Now I gotta let y'all go because we already spending too much time with y'all. You know, y'all getting too comfortable in my house. Y'all need to get the fuck out. I love y'all, but y'all gotta get the fuck out, okay? And that's how it really be. Like, I love y'all motherfuckers. Get the fuck out of my house though. Y'all eating up too much of my goddamn food. You're exactly right. Thank you for sharing. Of course. No problem. Yeah, you can't be outside like that all the time. That shit dangerous. Just like you could get AIDS and HIV and herpes, like I learned the hard way. From being outside, you just got cover yourself up. Put some clothes on. Tighten up. Cover them holes up. And if it's anything that you truly love, you want to keep it safe too. Like for my son, I don't give a fuck what's going on. He be like, Mom, I like being open. I'm like, nah, fuck that. Close that shit up. Because you bringing shit home to me that my throat's sore, nigga. You can't feel it, but I feel it. My throat is feeling like, my nose on the inside is burning. Okay? They be putting in nothing but be eating. Man. Tell me about this. Talk about it, too. Child. You always said, don't cook for a man that can't give you financial stability. Okay? Love your hair. Oh, thank you. I got some barrel rolls in the front. It's 3 of them, but you know, it's getting a little frizzy now. I had this in for a little time. It's my locks, but 2 in the back. But I'm about to change it to some Bantu knots soon. But yeah, I appreciate y'all coming. Y'all gotta get out of my house now though, because it's been an hour and you know, y'all eating up the food too. Excuse me. So I appreciate y'all being here and tapping in with us and hearing what I had to say. Hopefully y'all share this with somebody. Y'all have a conversation about this today. Hopefully y'all go somewhere and y'all talk to y'all friends about this, and y'all make sure y'all get them W-4s. If y'all still a 9-to-5 worker, get your W-4 and become tax exempt this year. Seriously. Because if Nepal could take over their government and all these other countries have taken over their government, the farmers is outside in England throwing shit on the damn government buildings with their farmers tractors, trailers. Why the hell is America still acting like we still slaves? Do I have other links? Yes, I actually also make music. So if you want to listen to my music, y'all can go ahead and stream my stuff down below. Click the link in the description of all my videos. You'll see my music. I make poetry, spoken word, melodic rap, also affirmations for people if you need affirmations to help yourself with your confidence, affirmation for people in the herpes positive community, and breath work. If you're interested in meditating, I have breath work on there as well if you need to meditate. That's all on there, all on Apple Music and all streaming platforms, Tidal, SoundCloud, all that. I'm everywhere. I'm streaming, okay? We streaming. Also, if you want to read my books, I have books that are on Amazon. You can go ahead and look at my book. It's called Healing Yourself from Herpes, a Journey Through Mental and Spiritual Renewal. It'll teach you how to heal yourself from herpes by just simply using spirituality and meditation so that you don't have outbreaks, basically removing stress from your body. That's on Amazon. You can go ahead and buy that there. Also, you can go on my TikTok shop. You can order my hoodies, the Eternal Euphoria hoodies. They have the figure 8 with the halo on the back with the wings. Because if you know, you know. Divine Femininity, Eternal. That's on TikTok, and all my other hoodies are on TikTok shop as well. I have, well, my website is no longer up. I need to pay the thing and put it back up so y'all can order my capsules. But if you want to order my capsules, I think I'm gonna just put them on TikTok shop tonight. Y'all can order these capsules. It's the Golden Elimination Parasite Detox. This helps you eliminate eliminate any kind of toxins from your body. But if you are pregnant or trying to get pregnant, do not take these. I just realized every single herb in here causes uterine contractions and miscarriages. Every single herb in here. So if you were looking to get rid of something, but shit, that's not funny. But no, seriously, if you want to get rid of your herpes diagnosis and you want to detox your body, there you go. This right here. And I think that's all I have to offer. My music, my breath work, my affirmations, my products, my t-shirts, my hoodies, my poetry. Did I say it already? I'm also a hairstylist. I do hair. I lock hair. I started these locks myself. Also, I make wigs and stuff too. So if you need a wig made, I make my wigs on the sewing machine. You can go on my hair page at Luscious Locks by Euphoria. On Instagram, y'all can look at my wig work there as well. I think that is it. I think I've told y'all everything about me now. I do massages too. Facials as well for men. Helping y'all clear your beards up. And I think that's it. Okay? That should be all. I'm a mama, so respect the fact that I got some kids up in this house too. Don't be up in here trying to steal all the food. It's children up in here. All right, y'all. Share some love. Love y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Y'all be gods. And remember, here on this platform, you are heard, seen, and loved. Remember to have peace, love, hair grease, and everything between. Cause yeah, you need all that shit. You need your gold. You need your colors. Don't let nobody steal your colors. All right. Love y'all.